Hey there, everybody. Welcome on into another episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis, as always. Thanks for joining me on this episode. As I promised on today's daily show with you guys, I was going to bring in the Hockey Squirrel and give you guys some hockey picks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and meet the Hockey Squirrel. There he is. How's it going there, man?
Hey, good, buddy. How are you doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. Weather's good. Sports are going to be good. I'm looking forward to cashing some hockey bets later on this evening.
Uh, Weather maybe where you're living. It's I think like -10 up here in Minnesota, so it's a cold one. It's getting down there now that we're in January. So
Yeah, we're in the teens here, so but it's
yeah,
toasty and warm inside where I'm at, and that'll be certainly where I'll be staying is inside for sure.
definitely.
Let me go
Yep.
ahead and introduce Hockey Squirrel to you guys and kind of tell you guys how I came about him. I started following the Hockey Squirrel during the summer. You guys know, obviously, I put together this daily show every single day, and I was looking for guys that did the same thing as me in terms of looking at the content they create. I wasn't interested in the picks they provide. I could obviously care less. You guys know I provide that every day on my daily show. I was looking for content to improve my own show and came across the Hockey Squirrel and absolutely loved his content, was following him through the duration of baseball, and have continued following him through hockey. And now we're into the deep of the hockey season, and he's putting out his own videos each and every single day. And I've been tailing him personally, doing my own personal money. Obviously, you guys know I don't give you guys any hockey bets on my show, but I've been betting or tailing him personally, and I've been making money. So I think I came to this decision that I enjoy his content. I think they're extremely fun to watch and entertaining, and I wanted to bring him into the spotlight, give him some, just give him an audience, and because I think he deserves it. Like I said, his content's good, and he's been putting money in my pocket, which I think is what everybody watching this video cares more about is the money that they can put in their pocket. So, with that being said, I'll let you introduce yourself however you want, and then we can talk some hockey for tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, thank you for the introduction, and I really appreciate the opportunity here. So, um, yeah, I can show my data model whenever, and we'll get going.
All right, so he's gonna give away a couple picks on today's show, so I'll just sit back and let him drive the train.
Cool, man. Well, so yeah, we have a decent lineup of games tonight, but a lot of them are pretty highly juiced over -200. So there was some kind of going through it with a fine tooth comb and whatnot, trying to pick things out. And initially, I really did like the Florida Panthers on the money line as they were -130 as of last night and earlier this morning, which I did pick them up at that price with the full intention of giving that out. And it has gone now over like -140. And there is actually some scares of COVID kind of screwing up some of the roster of this game. And we get Sergei Bobrovsky completely confirmed, so there's no scare there. And Jacob Markstrom is the goaltender for the Calgary Flames, who's been really tough for anyone to solve, actually. Just he's very, very good in net. He's like 6'6". He takes up a lot of room and, has the long reach, makes incredible saves. But we are looking at Carter Verhaeghe potentially being out for this game. He's a game time decision. And a couple other guys, such as I believe Noah Lachari and Nudavara, Marchment, Sam Reinhart are all in the COVID-19 protocol, which, when you start losing depth guys like that, it really pushes up from the fourth line, and you start, losing your strength in the roster. And I'm not saying that I think that this team's going to lose, because I don't. They are the number one team at home in the NHL. And I still have them projected somewhere around 60% roughly to win the game. And if you're talking about -140, the implied odds of that is less than 60%. Therefore, there is still some value. But then I got to looking at, well, what about this game total? And you start looking at the implied goals, basically, or the expected goals per 60, and that definitely puts us at 6 or over 6, and the line is at 6. So to have an over/under of 6 gives you the chance to tie on a 2-4 game or a 5-1 if it were one-sided. But what I'm looking at is hopefully, a 2-4 game with potentially an empty netter, or a 3-3 game, which immediately gets you the 7 goals you need for the over, because there will be one extra guaranteed in overtime. So I do like that, and you're just paying a little bit less juice, and you still get to root for a lot of goals, right? So everyone likes to watch a game with a lot of scoring and action. So the over 6, and I think that was around -110, -115, somewhere in that range. That will be my first pick today. And then moving on.
All right, hold on. I gotta jump in here for a second.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give you a lot of credit, man. People watch my show, and I butcher athletes' names left and right. You're pulling off these Russians. I don't know if they're Ukrainians.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know what, you're
No,
pulling it off like it's Tom Smith here. I give you kudos, man.
I've been at it for years, man. Yeah, I when I got into baseball too, I made it like a big point to have to learn all the names and the correct pronunciations because there were some people. If we have hockey fans, there was UC Saros. He's actually playing today. Right here, it looks like Juuse is the first name is UC
Yeah.
and Saros. And the first time I watched somebody butcher this name, I immediately turned off the video. They said Juice Saro.
You wouldn't watch my videos. I unfortunately butcher all the athletes' names. I'm terrible with that, and I apologize always in advance and afterwards. But all right, so that's an official play. So we've got over 6 goals at Flames, Panthers. The best line is at -114 at FanDuel right now. I've gone ahead and bet it. You said there's a second pick. What are we going to go ahead and do with the next pick?
Yeah. Yep. So the next one, I have the money line on the San Jose Sharks, and if I remember right, it should be somewhere around -110 or around even odds. It's a very 50-50 type game. Really in the rosters and everything. So I think the book has that pretty close to correct, but I do think that there's enough of an edge in the scoring and the depth of the roster and just in the way that the teams play the game. The Red Wings have played better at home this year, but both teams are 4-6 in their last 10 games, and really pretty close in the stats at least. But we're getting better high danger chances and more high danger goals from the Sharks. And I think that the biggest addition, at least to this team, is going to be Tomas Hertl coming back, which is the number 1 center skating with Timo Meier. And he was out with, I think, injury. I don't believe it was COVID, but either way, he's back in the roster, which is a huge addition to this team. Then you have, I think, a better back end than you're going to get out of the Red Wings with Brent Burns, Erik Karlsson, Šimek, etc. And really in the numbers, better goaltending from James Reimer, even though we are expecting Alex Nedeljkovic for the Red Wings. But I did look at some of the stats here for all of the players, and really it's a one-line team in the Red Wings. So you have Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, and Tyler Bertuzzi. And beyond that, the third and fourth line is pretty blah. It's mediocre with Gagne and let me see here. There. You have Adam Ernie, Giovanni Smith, Gagne. Just not the greatest in terms of production. So even though they are at home, I think they're going to struggle a little bit in the back end. And just the style of play that the Sharks have, I think, give them enough of an edge that, to me, it's worth a play at, around even odds at least. And, we're expected here to have a higher goals per 60 from my projections anyway. So.
All right, I love it right there. And just to let our viewers know, the best price for that is, while he was talking, I just grabbed it over at Barstools at +105. So I got a plus money bet there with the Sharks. They are plus money right now is where you can grab that line over at Barstools. And hopefully when I watch the recording, it's going to be funny to watch our recording because my son busted in. Did you hear him come in and say,
yeah,
Daddy,
I heard
pooped? He said, Daddy, I pooped. Daddy, I pooped. He's been having a hard time poop. And that's going to be funny to see if that broadcasts it because, hey, he pooped. I got a 2-year-old. He pooped, folks. He pooped.
Well, there you go.
But he didn't poop on your picks. Those are great analysis, great picks. I love that right there. You know everything about it. Love the guys. So good stuff right there. Let me give a second here. Make sure you jump over to Hockey Squirrel. Of course, all of his information will be in this video description. You can learn more about the membership service that Hockey Squirrel will provide to you guys. And I believe you've probably got more bets, I assume, on your full card that is available to your members.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I will have more for today as well. I haven't finalized the full thing. I usually wait a little bit later in the day just because of the COVID thing and getting goalie confirmations and whatnot. But I do have more than the 2 for today. Yes, for sure. So.
All right, cool. We look forward to doing this again. Our intention is to do 2 of these shows a week. I know he's got some personal things going on, so we'll just stick to Tuesday this week. But our intentions are starting next week. We'll give you guys two times a week. We'll give you guys some hockey picks to go along with the picks that I also provide. So, all right, Hockey Squirrel, we're going for over 6 goals in Calgary Flames versus the Panthers. Look forward to the goal for us in that one. And let's go Sharks right there. Let's go. Start off 2-0. All right, Hockey Squirrel, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, have yourself a night. Thank you, man.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.